make the move north to Mayne. You just touched on it earlier and you said you read into Nolan Best halfway through the season. How actually did you get here?
By plane, bud.
Everyone's just said nice things of you, now you want to hear smart ass. Nolan approached you in public.
Nolan always came down to a match at Arden Street, and I remember I didn't play very well. Nolan hasn't had his thinking cap on too straight that day. Anyhow, you know, I'm very grateful that he did arrive there in about July or August it was, because I've certainly been thrilled with the association I've had with this club. You know, I couldn't have wished for any better bunch of blokes out on the playing field, and for any better bunch of supporters. It's been tremendous the 3 years that I've spent here so far, and I'm sure that you know, we can go on with, and make this year something else yet. We certainly haven't given in. I said, you know, it's not going to be any harder. The only thing is now that we can't afford to make a mistake. It's going to be just as hard as it would have been if things had gone as per natural on Sunday. They didn't. So from here on in, we can't make any mistakes.
Mick, just before we go on to Noel Best, we've got a message from the former North Melbourne president, now the president of the VFL, Dr. Alan.
It's really great to be a part of your night tonight. You can see you're in the best place too. This film's being done in Melbourne and it's freezing cold down here today, but there's no doubt about it, you made the right move and you've been an enormous success up there. I just want everyone in the function tonight to know that Mick has been one of the best ruckmen and played VFL football over the last 10 years, and his contribution to the North Melbourne cause in the 70s was really outstanding, and Barry Cable has gone on record on many occasions as saying that Mick Nolan is one of the best ruckmen that he's ever roved to. Mick, the thing that has always worried me about you, and there haven't been many things, but one thing that has worried me about you is how the hell you ever get into your football shorts. And I'd almost forgotten about it until I saw you playing on the Sydney Cricket Ground just a couple of months ago in the game Queensland versus New South Wales. And sure enough, the cleft of those two big cheeks of your backside were still poking out the top of your pants. And I guess one of these days you'll fix that up, but that's a part of you, and there's no doubt about it again too that you've had a great success in Queensland, and to cap off your performances at Mayne with captaining the Queensland side to win the Escort Shield this year was rather magnificent. I acknowledge what you've done, Mick, and all that you did for North Melbourne and what you're doing for Australian football, and I just hope that you can play up there in Queensland and give all of your knowledge and expertise to that state for many a year to come, because it's Australian football that's going to benefit from your activities. Good luck.
The dressing area before the game, I didn't know too many people, very many people there. I could see many North Melbourne supporters though, decked out in all their wares. So I thought the best thing to do is to ask a supporter, have you seen Mick Nolan? And I asked this young man, where's Mick Nolan? Where do you think I can see him? He said to me, are you a visitor? I said, that's correct, I'm from Brisbane. Okay. He said, if you go over there, near the dressing room, he said, if you look out for a guy, about an hour before the game, he'll have 2 4 pies in one hand and a can of Coke in the other. He said, that'll be Mick Nolan. I said, thanks very much. Over I go, wait around there for a while, and I see this magnificent specimen of a man. Couldn't find Mick, eh? Couldn't find him anywhere. Couldn't find him because he was 6'5" tall and enjoying 2 4 pies and a can of Coke. So I went over and introduced myself. I said, hi Mick. He said, g'day. I said, I'm Noel Best down from Brisbane. Oh yes, he said, Ron Joseph mentioned coming down to have a talk with me. I said, yeah. I said, I won't talk to you now, wait till you finish the pies. So Mick finished the pies, had the Coke, and by that time, of course, the time was ticking away. He said, can't talk to you much, Noel, now. He said, go in the room. I said, Mick, just one question before you go in. I said, why do you have 2 pies and a can of Coke before you play? He said, well, I need the pies to build up the carbohydrates, and he said, I need the Coke to give me the gas to last out the game. And away he went. And it was then a short but brief meeting, and it was then through the courtesy of Coach Ron Barassi that Ron allowed me into the dressing room, where I was able to speak to Mick for a short time before he went out in the field. I must say, and probably most of you may have agreed with me at the time, would have thought, well, you know, is he really the guy who could be our player coach for the 1981 season? Yeah. I thought he could be. And when the game started, it was then that I got to know Mick Nolan, the footballer. Mick Nolan, as has been said earlier, the champion palm ruckman. And he played extremely well that day, despite Mick's shyness. As he said before, he didn't think he played so well. And to be quite honest with you, Mick's ability on the field that day brought to my memory another champion player who we had in Brisbane in the 1960s. It was a similar style of ruckman to Mick. In fact, he was similar in height and he was similar in shape. And to my mind, he was a great player, and he helped a certain club win their first and only premiership, and that was the late Terry Johnson. And Mick, to my mind, was the type of man, the type of player coach that we would need as far as football was concerned. After the game was over, Mick invited me into their social club, and it was there that I had the good fortune to meet his wife Nettie, and it was there that I had the good fortune to meet Mick Nolan, the man whom so many people obviously respected. So many people in that club, I guess the word must have spread that someone from Brisbane was down looking at Mick, talking to him about a coaching position, and the number of people that came up to me whilst I was in the social club that evening and told me that if we decided that Mick Nolan should be our player coach, then we would never go wrong. And that was when I realised such a high esteem that Mick was held with everybody, players and supporters in the North Melbourne Football Club.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you've had many mementos with your association with Mayne over the years, but I'm equally sure you'll treasure this one, the Mick Nolan Special Tourney Board. Noel Best, thanks very much.